What if the most important truths weren't new ideas but ancient ones we've simply forgotten? What if the key to peace, power, and purpose was already within you? Imagine someone who stood before a jury that wanted to kill him and said, "You cannot harm me." Not out of arrogance, but from a deeper understanding of what harm really is. Welcome to Socrates Unfolded. Today we explore 5 timeless quotes from the man who never wrote a book, never gave a sermon, and yet changed the course of human thought forever. Socrates didn't claim to be wise. He claimed to be aware of his ignorance. And in that humility, he uncovered truths that still speak to us today. About courage, justice, and how to live a meaningful life. Let's unfold 5 quotes that just might reshape how you see your world. If these ideas resonate with you, like and subscribe. It would help us spread Socratic wisdom with the world. The unexamined life is not worth living. This is perhaps his most famous line. These weren't the words of a self-help guru. They were the final words of a man condemned to die. Socrates believed that living without questioning, without seeking truth, without reflecting on your own beliefs, values, and actions, that kind of life may be full of activity, but it's empty in essence. This quote is a challenge. Are you truly living, or just existing? When was the last time you stopped to ask, why do I believe what I believe? Who told me what success is? What kind of person do I want to become? To Socrates, this kind of inquiry wasn't luxury, it was life itself. I know that I know nothing. Socrates didn't go around saying he had all the answers. Quite the opposite. It sounds paradoxical, but it's powerful. Socrates believed true wisdom begins with recognizing your own ignorance. Most people go through life clinging to assumptions, pretending to know more than they do. Socrates didn't play that game. He knew that certainty without understanding is dangerous, that pretending to know blocks us from ever learning, and that humility isn't weakness, it's the doorway to truth. In a world that rewards confidence over clarity, Socrates reminds us, be brave enough to say, I don't know, because that's where real insight begins. A wicked man cannot injure a righteous man. Socrates, standing trial before the Athenians, doesn't beg for his life. He warns them, I would have you know that, if you kill such a one as I am, you will injure yourselves more than you will injure me. For it is not in the nature of things that a bad man should injure a better than himself. What does he mean? It's not denial. He knows they might exile him, strip him of civil rights, even kill him. But those, to Socrates, are not the greatest evils. The true harm, the deepest corruption, lies in committing injustice, not suffering it. To do wrong is to injure your own soul. To live unjustly is to go against the very grain of the universe. That's what Socrates believed, that moral truth isn't just a social code. It's something real, objective, woven into the structure of being. So when Meletus and Anytus seek to silence Socrates, they imagine they're destroying a man. But Socrates sees something deeper. They're damning themselves. This is one of the boldest moral ideas in history. No one can truly harm you unless they make you unjust. That's where the real danger lies. This flips our modern instincts. We obsess over safety, reputation, loss, public image. Socrates says, none of it matters if you don't lose your integrity, your soul, your alignment with the good. And so, when we are insulted, betrayed, canceled, mocked, whatever the modern equivalent of trial and exile might be, Socrates would ask, did you act unjustly in return? Did you respond with hate? If not, then you are still intact. More than intact. You are free. Is something good because the gods command it, or do the gods command it because it is good? This isn't just a question. It's a fault line that splits entire systems of moral thought. Socrates poses this in his dialogue with Euthyphro, and with it, he shakes the foundations of divine morality. If something is good only because the gods command it, then morality becomes arbitrary. If the gods had said cruelty was good, would it be? But if the gods command what is good because it is good, then goodness must exist independent of the gods. It must be something we can seek, discover, and reason our way into. This question doesn't just challenge religious thinking, it elevates it. It forces us to consider that true morality isn't about obedience to authority, but alignment with a deeper truth. It shaped the roots of secular ethics. It echoed through centuries of philosophy, and it still whispers to us today. Are you doing good because you're told to, or because you understand why it's good? Let him that would move the world first move himself. While the source of this quote is debated, the spirit is unmistakably Socratic. We often want to fix the world, change others, reform society. But Socrates would ask, have you begun with yourself? For him, philosophy wasn't a lecture. It was a daily discipline. The hardest battles aren't out there. They're in here. Before we teach others, we must first understand ourselves. Before we demand justice, we must live it. Before we move the world, we must move our own soul. This idea didn't stop with Socrates. It became the heartbeat of Stoicism. When Epictetus says, "No man is free who is not master of himself," or when Marcus Aurelius writes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events," they're echoing Socrates. Self-mastery as the root of justice. Inner transformation as the path to outer peace. Socrates planted the seed. The Stoics watered it. Socrates didn't give us doctrines. He gave us a way of being, to seek truth without arrogance, to fear no death and no insult, to see injustice not as something to avenge but as something to never commit, and to know that wisdom begins the moment we admit we might be wrong. These are not just ideas. They're practices. And in a world drowning in noise, his silence, his refusal to write anything, still speaks louder than ever. Which of these quotes stirred something in you? Let us know in the comments, and if you want more from the mind that shaped our world, like and subscribe. And remember, philosophy isn't for the classroom, it's for life. Until next time, stay thoughtful.